Guys, got the Mojave out today. Running two 3S Huvos, soft case. Now it's February. It's the end of February, and it's a little over 50 today, but nice and sunny. A little windy. It's always windy up here on this hill. But the good thing is we have this whole scope of sky. There's no trees in the way really, so when it's sunny it's really nice. I hope this is feels like it's aiming pretty good. So I haven't had the Mojave out in months and months. Ooh, yeah, there's some fallen limbs. We've had some windstorms. Ooh, digging in. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you go fast with the Mojave because it's got very little wheel correction because of the weight of the car and the size of the wheels. Ooh, so you really want to be dead on this one. And so far I've been too fast twice. Let me slow it down a little bit. Alright, let's try over here. Yeah, I've got a clicking going on. I've had my diffs apart and nothing seems to be obstructing it. There's no chips in the teeth. But it drives fine. I've got a spare gear whenever it strips. Digging into these cars, I did notice that the Mojave and a few of the other monster trucks have a 10T diff gear, the outdrive pinion on the diff. Can't remember what it's called exactly, but on the monster trucks it's 10T, on the Typhon and like the Infraction, I think it's 13T. So they're not interchangeable with the buggies and speed cars. But the Creighton and the monster trucks like the Notorious, did I say the Notorious for a speed car? I meant, no, I said Infraction, yeah. The Notorious, the Creighton, this one I think, they're all 10T outdrive pinion on the diffs. Anyway, I've got a spare 10T one. I was wondering what it would be like to throw the 13s in the Creighton, because the diffs are the same. The only thing that's changing is the ratio of the outdrive pinion from buggy to monster truck. So you could take the 13T, I think it's 13 that the Typhon has, and throw those 13s in the Creighton and see what happens there. You might, I mean, it's going to be faster, less torque, probably, marginal. I love hitting this, but you just have to be careful of the wood. I've been not so lucky and hit the underside of this right over here and just wedge yourself right in there. And I'm doing kind of a boring run. Let's see if I get down here a little bit. Yeah. So that thing's either gonna strip or get off the pot. I don't know what's going on with the clicking, but I'm just gonna drive it until something happens. Ooh, as I've said, I can't see anything wrong. Ooh. And this thing, you gotta damn disassemble a house before you can get to things. And I know, yeah, you can pull the diffs right out of the top, but you can't really see what the mesh is doing unless you take the whole damn diff off. Case and all. Ooh, these are kind of soft. We'll get over here. I haven't been over here this season. This is actually the nicest day we've had this winter. I mean, we shouldn't be having nice days like this in the dead of the winter. You know, they're blaming it on global warming. But ooh, that was a nosedive. All right, I'm not going to talk about that crap. I'm no longer a conspiracy theorist. I just want to live my friggin' life. Here we go. Ooh. Giving her a rough one today. Still rocking my brushless Endura servo in this. Now it is the second one, but that's only 2 servos in like 4 years. Actually just 1 Endura. After the stock one died, I threw the brushless Endura servos I like using. I threw one of those in there. And man, I did a lot of winter driving the first couple of years. I can't believe I landed on my wheels. And that really puts a hurting on your servo when you do that, when you drive in the snow. And that's what I was doing for like 2.5 years with that $24 Endura servo. Now, I don't know, it is a cheap, you know, junker servo, but man, they more than pull their weight for their money. That's what's in here right now. Look at that. And I've got some snap rings on that stock servo to tighten it up, or the stock servo saver to tighten up a little bit, give me a little bit better wheel turn. But even when it's all clogged with snow, it still won't turn. But I've got a hot racing servo saver I'm going to throw in here probably this season. Maybe, I don't know. Look at this, it doesn't seem like I need to. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty rough over here. Ooh. Tell ya, this is the stock Spectrum servo in there. Same one it's been in the whole time. Or, not servo, ESC. The 150 amp Firmas they come with. And honestly, I've never burned one of those out. I've got one in a box that I pulled out of my crate and it's still good. But I wanted to put that Max 8 in my crate in, which is really powerful. And if I was, and if I was gonna outfit a car, like if this ESC died, I wouldn't grab another Max 8, I'd grab a Max 6 they're practically the same size, and you know, you're putting a little less strain on it with 6S. So knowing what I know now, I would have done that to begin with for my Creighton. I would have just went ahead, and I was kind of worried about the size, but really they're almost identical size between the Max 6 and Max 8. Except one's 8S capable. The one I have is only 6S capable. But it is 160 amp, and it has tons of power. Ooh. And you can feel the difference between these Spectra Firmas 150 amp and that Hobby WingMax 6 160 amp. Definitely feel that 10 amps is quite a bit. And I do have a different motor in this. This is the stock motor. I mean, the Creighton has a different motor. I've got a Surpass Hobby rocket motor in that, I believe. I used to have one in here. I pulled it out because actually I pulled it out and put it in the Typhon, so I'll show you that when I get the Typhon out. I put a kind of a smaller can in the Typhon. I bought this dog bone repairer. It's a pin puller and pusher inner, so you don't have to go ahead and buy all new dog bones every time your pins wear down. You just pop the pins and stick new ones in there, and it comes with pins. So we'll see how tough they are. It's not a junk tool either. It's really well crafted. I just haven't used it yet because none of my dog bones have worn down to the point where I need to do that. But they will. Ooh. I think those the 4S Mojave is a pretty sweet little car. I haven't used it, but I can tell it's very similar in handling to this one, except obviously this has the weight, so it really makes a difference to have that weight on it, to watch those wheels go and to watch that suspension do its work. And you know, I'm just not messing with any of those plastic chassis cars anymore. Ooh. There it goes. Something's being loud in there. But anyway, I know my batteries are probably down, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video. Something rubbing. Alright. So I will see you guys on the flip side. Take it easy and subscribe.